Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another rendition of the All We Do Is Talk podcast. We're here to talk offensive tackle, here to talk big boys here. All right, I'm here with Isaiah and Moody. How we doing?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing today? Here to talk about where football games are won in the trenches.
The meat and potatoes.
Yeah, tackle is the second most important position in the NFL. I don't think there's a question about it. That they can make the big bucks for a reason. Doing good, Eric.
Yeah, man. So we're just going to do top 10s. This is not excluded to just left tackle. It's all tackles are included. Moody's going first.
All right. I didn't do any honorable mentions for the OL, so I'm just going to go ahead with start it off with the top 10, 10 through 6. At number 10, I got Laramie Tunsil from the Houston Texans, highly paid tackle going into the last year of his deal. As Isaiah pointed out, he is famous for the gas mask picture on draft day, which kept him out the NFC East. So thank you to whoever leaked that photo. Shout out to them.
I mean, we were never going to get him. And he was only falling because of that, and we were never going
to take him. But y'all passed on him. So did Washington football team. It was all good for everybody all around. But yeah, he's been a pretty stud left tackle for several years now, but he has a lot of injury issues, which is the only reason he's not higher on this list. But you saw from the paycheck he's getting from the Houston Texans when he plays, their offense can look somewhat presentable. Just really, really solid. At number 9, I got Ronnie Stanley, another guy who's more talented in the position he is on the list because he hasn't been on the field in 2 years. And there's really not much to say about that. He's got to play football again. At number 8, I got Elaine Johnson. Arguably, he's been just really, really good for a really, really long time now. One of the best picks for the Eagles, Super Bowl winning pick at this point for the production he's given them. Just Hall of Fame right tackle at this point. Number 7, I got Rashawn Slater, second team All-Pro right out the gate. Matt Rule called him a guard and probably cost himself an All-Pro caliber player. You hate to see it. Rashawn Slater's, you saw what he did. He was simply outstanding the whole year. Great protector for Justin Herbert on a surprisingly really, really now solid Chargers offensive line. At number 6, I got Tristan Wurtz. First team All-Pro last year. He stepped right in and become one of the best tackles in the league. He's dealing with injury issues right now as well as the whole line with the Bucks. But yeah, Tristan Works, probably the best young offensive lineman in the NFL right now.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a good start to your list. Eric, you want to go ahead?
Yeah. So, I mean, I had one honorable mention for my offensive tackles. I had Laramie Tunsil at my honorable mention. Number 10, I have Penei Sewell. He'll what's the word I'm trying to use? Breaking news for later, I guess. He's my breakout. That's why he's in the top 10. Number 9, I have Taylor Moton from Carolina. Number 8, I have Tyrone Armstead in Miami. I think he's actually was a big pickup for them. Number 7, I have Ronnie Stanley, Notre Dame guy, so he's gonna get the edge over most people, but he's been a beast and health is his concern. And number 6, I have Rashad Slater. He was a monster. I didn't need the shot at my head coach, Moody. I did not need that unnecessary.
It was necessary for the context to show how good he actually was. Some people thought he was a guard. Strong evaluators.
Yeah, but so that rounds out my number 6 spot with Rashad Slater.
Yeah, Eric, I feel like we had a lot of the same names throughout that 10 through 6. The young guys knocking on the door in the top 5, and then some veterans at the back end. All right, Isaiah, we're ready when you are.
All right, I think you guys had a good start to this, so I'm going to go ahead with my 10 through 6. Honorable mention, though, is David Bachiri. He's not on my list, just hasn't played long enough. Hasn't played enough recently to make the list, so still a great player, hopefully. Haven't seen him play in a long time, but he'd be chugging them Bears at the Bucks games.
Activated on the pup list this week.
That's what happened. I mean, same thing happened last year, and then never played. But at 10, I've got Garrett Bowles, late bloomer, but a guy that people were throwing away, but he turned it around in year 3, got his contract extension, became a stalwart for that offensive line in Denver. He'll be protecting Russell Wilson, probably the best left tackle Russell Wilson will ever have in his career. At number 9, I have Mr. Laramie Tunsil. Not much more to say other than a talented player that plays for one of the worst teams. Left tackles mean really nothing when you play for a really bad team. It sucks for him. Maybe they'll trade him and get as much value as they did when they traded for him, but I doubt they'll get the 4th overall pick for him. Number 8, I have Jordan Lata from the Philadelphia Eagles. Big impact, mauler tackle. Took the job away from a first-round pick that they had in Andre Dillard. That not one more to say other than he took a job from a first-round pick. And number 7, I have Teron Armstead. Interesting to see how he translates going to Miami, leaving that New Orleans Saints Sean Payne offense. But good run blocker, great pass protector, often hurt. And number 6, I have Elaine Johnson. I think he was drafted after they fired Andy Reid, but he's been on Philadelphia for a long time, and he's helped them win the Super Bowl. And I think he's the best right tackle of this generation. So, I mean, nothing more to say about that. Elaine Johnson. So that 10 through 6, Garrett Bowles, Laramie Tunsil, Jordan Lata, Teron Armstead at 7, and Elaine Johnson at 6.
Yeah, so you threw some young names in there over some injured guys who can't seem to stay on the field, which I understand. Bowles, I was surprised to hear, but Lata's a good one. All right, if we're gonna go 5 through 1, number 5, I got Tyron Smith. He's another guy who's always injured, but when he plays, he's a Hall of Fame caliber left tackle. He just has to stay on the field more consistently, but when he plays, he's really, really good. And number 4, Teron Armstead. He's gonna go save Tua in Miami from flaming out with the worst offensive line in NFL history. Now he's actually got some protection around him, and Armstead's going to be a huge part of that. And number 3, I have his old teammate, Ryan Ramcheck. He's a fantastic Hall of Fame pick from the Saints in that amazing 2017 class. Ryan Ramcheck's just been an absolute stalwart at that position. And number 2, I got David Bakhtiari. Despite the injuries, I still believe when he plays, he's still going to be one of the best tackles if not the best tackle, especially pass protection-wise in the league. With that, having Aaron Rodgers there with him manipulating the defensive lineman as well, he's going to look better than what he is. You just hope he's healthy enough to be ready to go. And the no doubt number 1 clean sweep, I guess, on all lists will be Trent Williams.
Yeah. I mean, you hit a lot of the names. Now, I think you missed out on one of the names that I have on the list that I don't think I heard on your list. But Eric, you go ahead on your 5 through 1, and then we'll talk about that.
All right. So number 5, I have David Bakhtiari. I think when he plays, he is an absolute elite tackle. So I'll have him at 5. Number 4, the staple in Philly, Elaine Johnson. Number 3, the other Hall of Famer. New Orleans offensive line was amazing for a stretch. Ryan Ramcheck is my number 3. Tristan Works is number 2 for me from Cleveland, and the unanimous number 1, Trent Williams at 1.
Works from Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. I mean, I'll round it up too. I've got 5 like Moody. I have Tyron Smith. I had him and Elaine Johnson in the same tier. Often injured, but when on the field, a top tackle. Tyron Smith, he'll keep doing his thing. Elaine Johnson will keep doing his thing. And number 4, I have Rashard Slater, the guy the Giants should have drafted instead of trading back to get Evan Neal this year. They put it off a year. They needed a left tackle to protect their quarterback last year. I guess they wanted to wait. But Rashard Slater, there's film of him dominating Mr. Chase Young in college, and he translated and was better than I thought he would be, even though he was my number 1 tackle in his draft class. All-pro as a rookie. Yeah, what more can I say other than not having him or Michael Parsons is pain to me. And number 3, I have Tristan Wurtz, the other tackle I wish the Giants had drafted in 2020. Now, luckily, Andrew Thomas has turned it around, and he's a left tackle, so it makes up a little bit. But Tristan Works is the ideal right tackle, mauler type, big body, athletic. We saw the combine. Another guy that should be a Giant, but I guess they wanted to keep pushing off having great tackles. Now, I will say he plays with Tom Brady his whole career, so that might have helped him look a little bit better. But Tristan Works, what more can I say other than him and Rashard Slater are the 2 best young tackles in the NFL. Number 2, I have Ryan Ramschecked, a guy who fell in his draft class. He's in the top. He's him and
another guy you probably wish the Giants had drafted.
Yeah, he's the one that should have been Garrett, him and Garrett Bowles are from that underrated draft class where TJ Watt was also in that class, and he fell into the late first round. A lot of all-pro players in the late first round in 2019 or 2017. Yeah, you got to be paying attention.
It's not Taco Charlton.
And at number 1, Trent Williams. I mean, they put him at fullback, tight end. Trent Williams, the best thing I could say is that he got away from the Washington football team.
Shout out.
So blessed be that Trent Williams, and he got his bag, best tackle. But yeah, was Worst not on your list, Moody?
Worst was 6.
6? Okay. 6. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I think we all pretty much agreed with the Elaine Johnsons and the Tyron Smiths, and Trent Williams. But I had my Lata and Garrett Bowles. But I think other than that, we all had the consensus 8 guys.
Yeah.
Who did you guys
Yeah, we
have?
had like the same 11. I had Panay Sewell at 10.
Okay, you had Panay Sewell at 10. Okay.
Yeah. Well, since speaking of Panay Sewell, we're gonna go through our breakouts and rookies, and Eric stole my breakout guy, Panay Sewell, who I expect to leap on this list very soon with Detroit's offensive line steamrolls people all regular season long, and Panay Sewell's gonna be a big part of that. I think he's settling in at right tackle. I expect a big season from him. Dan Campbell's got those guys hyped up and ready to go.
I'm gonna go next because I'm gonna double dip my rookie and my breakout star play for the same team. Andrew Thomas is my breakout star. He was amazing last year, one of the best pass protector already. Could get better as a run blocker, but he's a left tackle, so the pass protector being better is okay. And Evan Neal, I mean, he was the best player in the draft, in my opinion, and we got him at 7. So I think he's going to be amazing. I think the Giants are going to have the next generation of 2 bookend tackles who are great and young, and they'll make up for passing on Tristan Wurtz and Slater.
Yeah, man, just let your Giants fandom fly there for the last 10 minutes, man. Yeah, so my breakout is Panay Sewell. I think he's just going to make a massive leap. I think Detroit is going to be a sleeper this year than some people think, because I think that offensive line is just going to be outstanding.
The cover gods.
Yeah, and I guess rookie, I'm going the same way that Isaiah went. I'm going to Keem Aquanu. I think he'll. I hope he's the best one.
He's not even starting. He better be starting.
That's Matt
Ryan. He better be starting.
Just like Baker Mayfield, that was all shade. Doesn't matter. The guys will be on the field when it's time to be on the field. I'll break the bias tie, and I'll go with Evan Neal as my best rookie. He was also my number 1 player in the draft. I think Jacksonville should have just gone ahead and taken him and protected their franchise quarterback. Giants get the absolute steal at 7. I expect him to be dominant on the right side for a long time.
But yeah, it's really Trent Williams' world and everybody else.
Yeah,
he's
one with the gap.
But yeah, that's it for this episode. Like, comment, subscribe, interact. We're going to be blowing up this football season. Believe us when we say that. All right. I'll catch y'all later.